I'd like to take the opportunity to have individuals add in their experiences growing up here so that we can add that to the list. And I'd like to start with Mr. Dodo Milton.
Hello, everybody. My name is Douglas Milton. That Dodo thing should be. Anyway, my family goes back a long ways, and this is my great grandfather.
Oh wow!
And he and his brother, they were slaves in Virginia, and I guess they seen there was a guy who was doing something. I can't remember what the instrument that he was using in the fields and stuff, and the slave master guy said, you know, if you break this, he broke this thing, and he said, if you break it again, I'm going to shoot you. So my grandfather and his brother, they seen this, and so they were like light skinned, so you know they worked in a house, so they weren't in the fields, but they seen this guy get killed, right? And they said, we should leave. So they escaped from Virginia, went to Canada. And my great-grandfather married a Mohawk Indian, and they had 17 children. Wow. So we are a part of that, like Lulu and Devora, and so we are a part of that. So my great-great-grandmother and Lulu's great-grandmother, and we're all a part of that 17 people. But we only found information about 13 of them, so there's some missing. But that is kind of like my history and stuff, and so this is on my mom's side. Now, there's the Milton side too, and my grandmother, Agnes, who was instrumental in the church over here at Calvary, and actually, my grandparents lived next door at 505, and there was a house in the back, 505 and a half. I was born in that house. So the story is that my mom and Dad was getting ready to go, this is my joke, but I think it might be sort of true, but they were getting ready to go to the movies and see, what's the guy's name? Can't think of the guy's name. Who's the cowboy, white cowboy, famous cowboy? John Wayne. And so my name was going to be John. But anyway, so the story is that my mom, water broke. I slid out on the floor, and I hit my head on the dresser. And there was some people there who helped my mom, you know, because my dad, I heard, was like drinking wine, and it was like, Dad, they was like, Bassel, my father's name is Bassel, right? He said, Bassel, go pick him up. Pick him up. He's like, no. And I think Mel Bell was there too. You're right. And so, but anyway, the ladies who were there that I remember was Miss Bibby. Your grandmother, I think.
Well, that's definitely Bibby.
Yeah. I should not forget her name.
Jamie Bucks.
No. But anyway, Miss Bibby was there. Lucy Brown was there. And I can't think of another lady was there, so my name was sliding along for a long time. Don't ever call me that. Don't ever call me that. That was my name. So they knew, and they were instrumental in my being alive, you know. And back then, I remember my mom going to the hospital, and they said, "Well, you can't come in here." They had to do something because you had a dirty birth. They told my mom I was a dirty birth. You should have seen my mom was pissed off. You know? But besides that, you know, my history's like a long time. My mom, like I said, pre-Civil War. On my dad's side, I think my parents were here in like the 1800s. Wow. So that is kind of like my history and stuff. So I'm kind of from the dirt, you know what I mean? Anyway.